All right, this is Mailbag for July 24th, 2026. Let's start with the Shohei Ohtani's I got. Um, these are all one purchase. It was quite a purchase, quite a deal. First off, the main part of the purchase was the Shohei Ohtani 2026 Bowman Sterling Chrome serial numbered out of 99. Looks to be in good condition. I haven't taken a real close look at it, but first glance through the one touch, it looks pretty good. And then these were added on. These base cards, non-rookie base cards from 2025, I think, and this one's from 2026. There might be two cards in here. It's kind of thick. I gotta open it up and take a look. But got at least one card, extra card, two extra cards, three Bowman Chrome, four extra cards, and the total price I paid for this set of cards, this lot of cards was like $70, which is really good. These are some of these. If you grade them and it gets a good grade, like a 9 or a 10, they can be worth $200 to $400 or more. And I got all this for $70. So I'm gonna get it graded, and we'll see what happens. The next one I'll talk about are these Chase Burns. I like Chase. Shohei Ohtani goes without saying. He's an amazing player. He's having an amazing year. Yada yada yada. If you don't know who Shohei Ohtani is, you need to go somewhere else and start from the basics and work your way up. But it's a quick, funny story. In 2017, 2018, when I was starting to collect, I was just getting into the game, the hobby, and at that time, Mike Trout was the end all be all of sports cards. He was the Shohei Ohtani of 2018, and he was looking really good. He was having amazing years. He was an amazing rookie, had amazing early years, and he was his wins above replacement was out of the roof. He was looking really good. I didn't know what wins above replacement was at the time. I just saw he had good numbers across the board, but nothing amazing. Like not 50 home runs, not above 350 batting average, not above 50 steals, etc. But he had like 30 home runs and batting like 320, and they had like 30 steals, and I thought that was all good, above average, but I didn't see that it was amazing and great. Anyways, there was a forum I was in, Twitter forum. The guy was asking questions, and he asked the question, "Who do you think's the most overrated player right now in the hobby?" And I thought to myself, Mike Trout doesn't have these amazing numbers across. He only has above average numbers across the board, and B, if he's the most highly rated player, that's the best chance that he's the most overrated player. So I said Mike Trout, and the guy freaked out and was like, "You have no idea what you're talking about. You're an idiot." And he kept saying terrible things about me, and then he just plain blocked me from his account. I tried to go back to the forum, and I was blocked. So I got blocked for saying that Mike Trout was overrated. However, looking at it now, I might have been right, because just a few years later, his body seemed to fail on him, and instead of getting 9 or 10 wins above replacement a year, he's getting like 2 or 3. And before he looked like he was going to eclipse 100 wins above replacement and be among the top players of all time. Now he's going to struggle to get to 100. He's right at 90 right now, I think, and he has having an okay year this year. He had some power numbers, and but he was low on average. And then he got injured again, and he's gotten injured a lot recently. So I might have been correct about that. Just FYI. But anyways, so I worry about Shohei Ohtani right now. His cards are out of the roof. Like the hobby's never seen anything like this, and right now people are saying he's the best player of all time. And when you look at his overall numbers, his WAR numbers are not going to be out the best of all time. He's going to be, if he continues at this amazing pace he's on, he's going to be like 100 to 110 wins above replacement. That's like Ricky Henderson. That's like Randy Johnson. That's like Greg Maddux. And so the older players are the same number. Frank Robinson, and there's a lot of players with that amount of wins above replacement. but it's maybe not the amount, maybe not the total amount of production he's gonna have, but maybe how he did it. Like the fact that he's a two-way player, and there's never been a two-way player except Babe Ruth like him, and he's gotten his wins above replacement from hitting and from pitching, and then he did the running too, the speed with the 50-50. He's the only member of the 50-50 club, so it's how he's gotten, or how he will have gotten his overall career production. That's if he continues the way he is. Now, I mean, probably as is. Even if he, I hate to say it, but if something happened to him, like died in a plane crash like Roberto Clemente, he would be in the Hall of Fame as it is. As it is. Only way he's not going to be in the Hall of Fame is if he gets into PEDs, or he has some sort of terrible off the field incident that like I'm trying to think of the guy's name. I can't remember his name, but the guy that was the second baseman, I think, who was in the Hall of Fame, and he got into trouble with sexual misconduct and sexual assault and sexual harassment, and they got put on the list of banned baseball players from the Major League Baseball, and he's still going to be in the Hall of Fame, but basically, if he had not been in the Hall of Fame already, he would have not made it into the Hall of Fame. So Shohei Ohtani has some terrible off the field issue, or he has performance enhancing drugs issues. That's the only way he's not going to make the Hall of Fame. But if he's going to make these amazing numbers to justify the hype around his sports cards, around the hobby he's got right now, he's going to have to keep producing the way he's producing up until he's 36 or 37 for another 5 to 7 years. But if he doesn't, if something happens to him, his body breaks down, like Albert Pujols did. Like Albert Pujols ended up getting 100 wins above replacement, but he was on pace to get 120, 130 if he continued to perform like he did in his 20s, in his 30s. Same thing for Mike Trout. If he continued to perform in his late 30s, his late 20s and early 30s, like he produced in his early 20s, he would have had about 130 wins above replacement. So Shohei Ohtani has to keep producing. If he doesn't keep producing at this amazing rate, he's going to be just a very, very, very good player and not the best player of all time, maybe. I don't know. So I'd say Shohei Ohtani stands a chance of being overrated right now. I still collect his cards. I still have a bunch of his cards because no one's selling in the hobby like he is. No one's ever sold like he has before. So he's still worth collecting because you can still make money off of him, and he might end up being the best player of all time. No questions asked. I don't know, but anyways, here's his card for $70. I'm happy with that purchase. And then this is Chase Burns. He's having a great rookie year, number 2 overall draft pick, having a all-star year. I mean, at the beginning, midway through the first half of the year, he looked like he could be maybe a Cy Young Award winner. He's not going to be a Cy Young Award winner. Christopher Sanchez or someone else is going to be that. And then I'm reminded of, so I'm kind of negative right now on this is kind of a negative video, but I'm reminded of Paul Skeens. Paul Skeens came out number 1 overall draft pick, had a 1.97 ERA, or 1.96 ERA his the first half of the half of the rookie year he had, and then the next year, the full year, his sophomore year, he had a 1.97 ERA. He looked like he was unstoppable, but this year he's got like a 3.5 ERA. He's gotten hit real hard many times this season. He's not the same pitcher that he was his first 2 years, and he's not going to be a Cy Young Award winner, not even close. So I worry about these players that have really great years, or especially early in their 20s, in their early years, because they just don't have the same body that they do later on, and they can't maintain the same pace that they had when they were young guys. So who knows what Chase Burns is going to end up doing? It's I'm not totally on the bandwagon. I do have a number of his rookie cards, a number of his first Bowman cards. But I'm not going all in on him. I went all in on Paul Skeens, and I got a little bit burned this year because he's not what he should be or what he has been. So I'm not going to go all in. But these are just some basic rookie cards that I got for like 50 cents each. So it's a few dollars of those. Put those right there. This is a Bobby Witt Jr. top debut. Serial numbered out of 99. 2020. It got it for like $25 on our auction. He's having a great year. The thing is, I'm going to continue to be negative. He's having an MVP caliber year. Currently, he's on the disabled list. It's July 24th, 2026. It's July 24th, just after the All-Star break, and he's on the disabled list. He also didn't go on the disabled list. He's on the disabled list with back problems, with back stiffness. And he didn't go on the disabled list a few weeks ago, but he did take some games off with a knee sprain, a mild knee sprain. He also has been taking days off for knee soreness. He's just too young to be having knee soreness and back stiffness. The sprain happened on an accident, so that's understandable. That can happen. But to have general problems like a knee stiffness and a back stiffness, or knee soreness and back stiffness, makes me wonder how long his body's going to hold up. Maybe he's just being overly cautious and he doesn't want to have a bigger injury, so he's taking precautions to let his body heal itself and get through some slight problems he has. But I just worry. I have a bunch of his cards. He was having a great year, and I was really into him a whole lot. But I have a few questions about him and his sturdiness, and honestly his toughness. I mean, I'm sure he's a tough guy. I don't want to say he's not a weak guy, but he's having these little problems like back stiffness and knee soreness, and he's such a young guy. I don't know. It gives me pause. But that's that card for $25. And then these cards, these are Lamar Jackson cards. The thing about Lamar Jackson is I'm from Louisville, and he was a Louisville Cardinals, the U of L Louisville Cardinals player, won the Heisman with the Cardinals. He's easily the best Cardinal of all time. And he's going to go to the Hall of Fame. I mean, he's had 2 MVP seasons. Should have had 3. He was robbed by Josh Allen. I mean, he got the All Pro, but he didn't get the MVP. I don't know how you do that. But anyways, he's had tremendous numbers. He's the leader of the dual threat quarterback, the all-time rushing leader for quarterbacks of all time, the all-time passer rating. I think it's passer rating. He's all-time of. He's got an 80 score on the Pro Football Hall of Fame monitor for quarterbacks. The average is 100. He's still got the ways to go. He's only what, 29 years old, something like that. He's going to eclipse 100 unless he has bad injuries or he just falls off the edge here. But on the Pro Football Hall of Fame monitor, Pro Football Reference Hall of Fame monitor, the other players like Jim Kelly, is it Jim Kelly? I can't remember. Someone's got 60, a score of 60, and they're in the Hall of Fame. I'm not as good at football as I am at baseball, but anyways, these are rookie cards. This one's out of 99. I got for like $50. This one's out of 10. It's a cracked dice out of 10. Both from 2018, his rookie year, and they're both in University of Louisville colors and uniforms. So I collect. I have a collection of Lamar Jackson, specifically collegiate cards in the Louisville uniform, and I have about 7 others that are good cards like that graded, and I'm getting graded about 6 CGC graded cards that are going to come back to me in about 3 months or something like that. But anyways, this one I bought this one for like $140. So this is like $50 for a serial number out of 99. This is 100 and 140. Anyways, that's Mailbag for today. All right, thank you. Bye.